every circuit throughout the nation has a requirement that the ALJ build an accurate and logical bridge between the facts and evidence and the RFC. So what this really means is that there has to be solid reasonings, a path between the facts and evidence and the RFC so you can understand how the RFC was created and developed. So as a couple of basic examples of how this comes up is you'll have an RFC, and for instance on time off task, it'll say that the individual will be off task up to 10%. Or very specific, I've seen before, where it's the client or the claimant will not be off task more than 9%. Or the client will be off task 9% of the time. Like when you take a look at the facts and evidence that are within the content of the decision itself, the judge has to explain how he reached that conclusion. So if it's up to 10%, it's often very curious that a judge would do that because most likely the vocational expert testified that if somebody's off task greater than 10%, they're unemployable. So the question then becomes, why did the judge reach the decision that the claimant would be off task up to or not more than 10%? So you have to take a look then at the decision. Was there an adequate explanation? Is there something the judge is relying on to reach that conclusion? If you're reading the decision and you're left guessing and wondering, well, how is it that the judge reached that decision? Well, in those circumstances, there might be an argument that the judge did not create an accurate and logical bridge between the facts and evidence to explain how that RFC was created. And in those circumstances, there might be reversible error. Another type of situation that this comes up is with absenteeism, not just time off task, but absenteeism as well. Judges will sometimes say, claimant will not be absent more than one time a month, or claimant will be absent one time a month. Well, how did the judge specifically find that the claimant will be out of work one time per month specifically? Exactly one time a month, or not greater than one time a month? Because we know the vocational expert probably testified that if the person was not working one time a month or more than one time a month, they're unemployable. So why did the judge curiously pick that very specific number? Well, you have to take a look to the content of the decision and see, did the judge explain how that RFC was created? Was there something to rely upon? Was there a medical opinion that was found persuasive that was relied upon? Or did the judge specifically explain, I'm finding the claimant will not be absent more than one time a month because of these facts? You're looking for that conclusion. You're looking for the facts to connect to the RFC. And if that connection is missing, there might be error, there might be reversible error, and that should be raised with appeals counsel and reviewed for possible federal appeal. In my experience, when you have very specific numbers like that, 10%, up to 10%, or absent one time a month, or not more than one time a month, my experience is a lot of times that the decision itself is lacking on the explanation. Not always, but a lot of the times it's lacking. So you have to pay really careful attention when there's specifics in the RFC, and you have to take a look at that decision really closely.